Alrighty, now we're on to Boatswain. Like always, this is the best perk video, so these are the best perks right over here on the screen. If you want to just, look at it, pick these perks and go on your way, go ahead. But now I'm going to explain why I chose each perk, and also on top of that, which ones are 50-50 and all that in between, alright? Like always, I'm doing all the ones for war sales. If you're watching this one, the other one, the Mariner's already out. And if, wait a little bit more, Shipmaster's already going to be out. And I have all the other skills available as well, so go check that out. Literally just search up the skill and do best perk choice, and you'll find my video. Okay? Alright, so Boatswain, what is it? So, it governs the well-being and discipline of your ship's crew, as well as your vessel's overall combat readiness. Alright. And, how do you learn it? You weather storms and survive naval battles. That means you pretty much, take damage and then repair it. I don't know if you exactly get it when you repair or when you take the damage. I have to look into it, but you're gonna get it over time as you do more stuff on the sea, right? And the higher it is, the more it reduces your ship's received damage. And as you can see, I'm at 300, so that's 75%. So yeah, pretty significant. Alright, let's go and do it. So first we have Master Shipwright versus Merchant Prince. We have minus 30% to cost of ship upgrades. And Governor perk doesn't matter. You can't become the governor. Alright. Versus minus 30% to ship repair cost. I say it's repair cost, brother. Alright. Here's why. You're always going to have to pay repair costs. You get into a battle. You go on the open sea. You go through a storm. Your ship's always getting damaged, brother. It's like a car. It's gonna have maintenance problems eventually. You cannot forego them. All right, it's gonna happen. You need to keep getting oil changes. It is what it is, brother. You need to keep getting gas. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But the upgrades, that's like, you can get upgrades on ships. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna kind of go over the upgrades in a separate video, right? But they don't cost as much. This can really go up really high depending on how big your ships are. And on top of that, if you lose your ship on the water, if you didn't know, you just lose it. It's not like it goes to 0% and then you could go to the dock and then, like, you know what I mean? Like, get it back to 100%. Once your ship is gone, it is gone. All right? So, I don't invest too much in the upgrades, but obviously the repair costs you always are going to need. So, Merchant Prince is an easy choice for me. Then we got Streamlined Operations versus Well Stocked. Streamlined Operations is plus 10% ballista reload time versus plus 30% ammo per stack for crew under your command, and also plus 2% extra ammo per stack for throwing weapons of your crew. Easy choice for me. I am not a ballista believer. It's cool, definitely, but I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket. I do like the fact that, you know, my crew, regardless if I am doing ranged or melee, both of these will get extra ammunition, okay? Because the melee usually have throwing weapons, so well-stocked, easy choice. Then Naval Horde versus Optimization. Naval Horde is minus 30% to wages for cavalry troops while at sea, and then minus 30% to weight of mounts when in ship's cargo. Mounts include, just like horses that you use for upgrades, regular horses, war mounts, noble mounts, all those, right? Not the pack animals. Optimization is minus 10% to wages of non-mariner troops while at sea, and then minus 30% of weight of pack animals and livestock. Livestock is like the hogs, sheep, cows when in ship's cargo. I chose optimization because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not going too heavy on cavalry troops when you're at sea. You shouldn't either. Because they are extra heavy as troops because they have the mount as well. Plus, you need to keep mounts in your inventory, which are, pretty heavy. Yes, this gives you minus 30% to that as well, but if you're going mainly sea, you shouldn't be going cavalry troops. All right? You should be going mariner troops. And cavalry troops, like, they're not that. Some are, not all. But the optimization, the minus 10% wages of non-mariner troops kind of makes it like seem like, okay, they're non-mariner, but at least you get to, like, you know what I'm saying? Sucks that you have to pay them less, but this does money out your pocket, right? But minus 30% of weight of the pack animals is the most important one here. You still need your pack animals because obviously when you get off the ship, right? And livestock you might get from raiding, so optimization, it kind of pulls through. Even though both of them, like, they're kind of both like, but I still say optimization 70. It's a 70-30. Then we have Gilded Purse versus Veteran's Wisdom. Gilded Purse is plus 25% chance of capturing ships after battle. And then minus 50% of weight of trade goods in ship's cargo. Versus daily bonus of 10x character level XP to companions. And minus 20% overburden penalty when ships carry with too much cargo. Alright, I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm going to say it. If you keep having problems being overburdened in Bannerlord, bro, I don't mean to be that guy, bro. It's a fucking skill issue, dude. Unless you're going like the overburdened build, because there's a lot of perks that go with that. And I'm going to do some cool perk guides where I show, like, you know, all the synergies, right? But, like, it's not that hard to stay under the weight and buy some more space if you need it. You know what I mean? It's literally infinite space. You could always buy more. This is just, I never see the value in it, is what I'm trying to say, right? Sure, good, cool, level up to companions, cool, whatever, dude. You know what I mean? Gilded Purse, I chose it because of the first perk right over here. The 25% chance to capture. The chance of capturing ships after battle is huge. Why? Because we're going to be talking about this over here. Salvage. Literally one of the best perks in War Sales, if not the whole game. No bullshit. I already made a guide on it. You know what I mean? It's on the channel on how to, like, literally gain hundreds of influence. And it has to do with this perk, okay? But this enables this perk even more. So, Gilded Purse, pick it. Don't even think about it. Alright? Then we got Shipwriter's Insight versus Special Arrow. Shipwriter's Insight plus 30% damage to hulls of enemy ships dealt by Ballista. Again, not a huge Ballista enjoyer. And then plus not on every ship, right? And then plus 25% extra ammo for crew. That's cool, I guess. Versus Special Arrows. It gives you plus 5 arrows for low tier troops. And plus 40% damage dealt by crew to enemy sails. I'm more likely to have, you know what I mean? This scenario where I have archers and they could do damage to enemy sails versus, what's it called? Me getting on that ballista and shooting the hull. I'm just saying, that's just what it is. Overall, I think Special Arrows takes it. It's really a 60-40. If you're a ballista guy, go for it. You know? Then we have Accuracy Training versus Smooth Operator. Accuracy Training plus 30% damage dealt to shields with ranged weapons wielded by crew. And then Governor perk, doesn't matter. Versus plus 5 ammo for ballista and minus 30% food consumption at sea. Again, I'm not a big ballista guy, but it's 2 perks versus 1. And the 1 perk for accuracy training, like, okay, arrows do a little bit more damage to shields. Whoop-de-doo, you know what I'm saying? But this one, you get 5 ammo to ballista. Again, not a huge ballista joy, it's whatever. This is like the minimum. But the 30%, minus 30% food consumption at sea is huge. You're telling me I'm saving a third on food? Bro, if you think about it, you have 90 days worth of food, right? Or even let's say less than that. You have 30 days worth of food, right? Well, now you have 40. You know what I'm saying? You just got 30% more. Like, you last 30% longer now. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. And also, when people join your army, they will also... well, actually, no, it's only party leader. Never mind. I thought it was like a universal. Only for your party, but still, very, very, very good. Because usually, sometimes you sail on sea a lot, and you might not get food. So, Smooth Operator, easy choice. Then we got Efficient Captain versus Popular Captain. Efficient Captain, minus 30% upgrade cost for Mariner troops. Plus 5 morale for party while waiting in a port. Again, waiting. You know what I'm saying? Versus Popular Captain, minus 30% recruitment cost for Mariner troops. And plus 10% combat deck size for ships under character's command. This is such an easy one. First, it gives us a new kind of like percent increase, which is the combat deck size, which means that's how much troops you can bring into battle on your ship. Plus 10% extra. Fuck yeah. And then minus the 30% for mariner troops. That's what you want on your ships. It's a great synergy. It's an easy choice. Popular captain. Upgrade cost for mariner troops. It's cool, but I did kind of like the quick math also. The recruitment cost is usually a little bit more. And it also depends on kind of how your playstyle is, right? If you're going for mostly melee troops, you're going to understand that you're going to lose a lot of them because they're going to be fighting. They're going to be... You know what I mean? They're only a couple misses and a couple hits away from getting, like, you know, a sword in the face, something like that, and you know, pretty much getting cooked, right? So if you're going for melee troops, you want the recruitment cost one because you might not be doing a lot of upgrading. But also, if you're going for archers, this would be kind of like the choice. But the secondary right over here, the 10% combat deck size, that's for all troops. You know what I mean? It's only, okay, it's not for all the ships that you have. It's only for your ship. Like your guy's ship, right? But it's still 10% more than what an AI might have on the same exact ship. Just saying. Popular captain, easy choice. Then we got Blessing of the Sea versus Port Authority. We got, what's it called? Both of these, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, both of these do the same thing. They have a governor perk that does something else, but guess what? You can't be governor, so literally it doesn't matter which one you pick. I picked this one because I had a fish. That's it. They both give you +1 ship to command limits. That means whenever you go into the battle, you got like the ship windows. You start with 3. There's perks that make you up to 6. And then also to get to 8, you need to be in an army. I made a video on it if you want to go check it out, right? You can just search it up. How to get all 8 slots in Bannerlord. My video pops up, all right? But, what's it called? Again, you can pick either one. It does the same thing. Both give you +1 to ship command, all right? Then we got Salvage versus Shipwright's Hand. Listen, best perk in the game. Literally. Maybe behind the trade 300 where you can trade settlements and barter. That's also the nuttiest perk. That, look, everything has a price where you can trade a settlement and barter is the way that you can start really making huge trades with settlements. You know what I mean? You can that's real estate money. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much salvage is that for ships. It has the mechanic. Let me just say what it is first, right? Discarded ships provide influence, all right? And then the governor perk doesn't matter. Versus Shipwright's Hand, which is discarded ships repair party ships. Now, here's why. If you pick Shipwright's Hand, you have no critical thinking skills, all right? You pay ship repairs with what? Dinars. Dinars are a currency, right? You see how it's the first thing on the thing right over here? Because the first thing you see, you start out with 1,000 dinars, and it's time to make some goddamn money. Pull those bootstraps up, buddy. Make some money, right? When you get farther into the game, you realize influence matters. That's the big decision makers. You want to take a castle, you want to take a town for yourself, you got to go to war. You got to propose stuff. You got to start armies. What does all that take? Influence. You got to get people on your side. Influence. Can't buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, again, salvage. Discarded ships provide influence. There are, I forgot where is it. Is it leadership? I always go to leadership. I forgot exactly which one it is. Which one is it? No! Regardless, there's one where you discard your weapons and you get, what's it called? It's right over here. Here it is. It's Steward. Discarded weapons are donated to troops for increased experience. And then before that, you have Paid and Promise. Discarded armors are donated to troops for increased experience. What does that mean? When you get into a battle, when you finish the battle, if you don't loot the armors and the weapons, it will tell you over here on the bottom how much experience your troops will actually share between all of them, okay? It'll be evenly shared. Very strong. Suggest you get it. This is that, but on steroids, because this provides you influence. And before I get into it, I got to blow my nose again. Alright, I'm back. Listen, the congestion of wintertime is whooping my ass. Alright. But, salvage. It is the best perk. Here is why. When you finish a battle on the sea, there's a chance you might get a ship. Again, why I said you should get Gilded Purse. This increases your chance of getting a ship after the battle. What you do to make this perk work is you go into a battle, you send ships, right? Then at the end, you collect the ships that you might get after the loot screen. You go through all the loot screens, prisoner, regular loot, like weapons and all that stuff. And then after, if you capture any ships, you go into the ship screen. You take those ships, then you go into your fleet after the battle. All the screens go past. And you discard the ships, and you get influence into your account. Listen, I'm going to show you right now because it's literally the best perk ever, alright? So we're going to attack this guy. How you doing?
Ahoy, you!
Ahoy, 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 ahoy. Send ships. Boom, boom. Go to this screen. As you can see, I'm not taking any of this. I get the experience. I didn't get any ships. That's a bummer. Buddy, I might need your ships. Go again. Nobody got ships! Usually the bigger the battle too, the more ships that you can get, and obviously the higher value ships you can get. But I want to showcase kind of like, what's it called? Boom, boom, boom. Give me a ship! The one time I'm like, let me showcase something, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Give me a ship, bro. Give me a ship, bro. Bro, that is the longest I've ever went without getting a ship before. It's crazy. Armed convoy. I should get a ship from you. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, 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 no. There we go. You get to this screen right over here. That was literally the worst luck I've ever had. Usually I get them a lot more than this. But, you get the ships. Boom, boom. You go over here. You go back to your fleets. You take the ships. Discard. Discard. And as you can see right over here, we're not going to get a lot for these. They're low level and they're very damaged, right? Usually, you could also repair them before you do that. But as you can see, we press confirm. We're at 8508. Now we're at 8548, right? Now, just for the video, I'm going to hit you one of these. This one right over here, this one cost me about 100k. I think over 100k, like 120k, right? I'm going to discard it for the vids, you know what I'm saying? For the vibes. Boom. Now watch. 8548. 8887. What is that? That's about 300 right there. That's actually, that actually wasn't that much. Hold on. Let me hit a bigger ship. Actually, hold on. This save doesn't have the biggest ships. I don't think that one was 120. Let me show you something. It looked like the bigger ship, but let me give you like an actual huge ship. Alright, 126 right over here. We're going to buy that. Set sail. Go to fleet. Right over here. 126k. Discard. We're at 8887. Boom. 9517. 700. That 126k ship I just bought, and I translated it to 700 influence. Most broken perk in the game right now. I'm not lying to you. Salvage all the way, 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 all the way. I'm talking about top perks. This is literally top 3. Top 3, and it's not 3. You know what I mean? Straight up. I gotta make my top perks list again because this is... I'm taking the most time for it too because it's the best perk I think I've ever seen in my life. Until they probably change it. But for right now, broken. Then we got Merchant's Fleet versus Resilience. Merchant's Fleet gives you +1 more to your ships to command versus 2 different abilities. 30% to health points lost in battle are recovered after a victory. So if you have this one, by the way, Resilience, and you also have... Which one is it? I think it might be medicine. Yeah, the preventive medicine, which gives you 30% recovery of lost hit points after each battle. Low key, you'll get 60% of your health back, which is a pretty cool combo. And also, you get plus 30% to troops healing rate while at sea. Again, very good. I still chose Merchant Fleet. Why? Because I like the +1 to ships that you can command. Again, there's only 3 perks, and 2 of them are here that we already went over. The level 200 where you can pick either or, and level 250. These are 2 out of the 3 perks, and there's 1 in Shipmaster that we're going to go over next. But that lets you get extra ships to command, right? So if you're by yourself, a party by yourself, if you want the most ships, you have to pick this perk. So Merchant Fleet is the choice. And lastly, Naval Bombardment, shipboard ballistas fire during sieges. I haven't tried this yet. It's the only choice though, so pick it, right? But I'm going to make a video on this, okay? Those are my choices. I'll see you in the next one.